So this is everything that we've got for first grade. And let's jump into it. Hi, my name is Becca. Welcome to my channel if you're new here, and if not, welcome back. I'm a secular homeschooling mom to 3 small kiddos, and today we've got a curriculum and supply haul for you all for my rising first grader. If you have not seen my other videos about our wrap-up end of year kindergarten or our curriculum picks video for first grade, I will leave those linked for you guys, but otherwise we're gonna just jump right on in here. There is a lot going on here on the table, so if I'm popping in and out, that is why, but I'll try to make this as streamlined as possible. So for math, we switched to Math with Confidence. So we've got the student workbook and teacher's guide. For that, I am going to go ahead and bind the teacher's instructor guide just to make it easier. I might do it with the student guide. I'm not sure. I haven't gotten that far yet, but I've got these. And then we've got this little kit of play money, and I tried to find one that was the most realistic looking just to make recognition easier, but the coins here are not my favorite. So I might go ahead and switch those out for actual coins when we get to that point, but we've got those. And then we've got our little clock here, some little clear counting pieces, and our number blocks. So we've got all of that for math. And then moving on for reading language arts. So we are doing All About Reading Level 1 currently. We're about halfway done with that. And so I've just been keeping my eye out because All About Reading tends to be a little more on the expensive side. And I scored on Facebook Marketplace. So I actually picked up Level 2, All About Reading, the teacher's guide, as well as the 2 readers here, Queen Bee and What Am I, for $50. So even though I have to go ahead and purchase the student guide separately on the website, which is about $65, I'm still saving about $30 to $40 by doing it this way. And so this is really neat. Do not skip out on Facebook Marketplace. You can find some gems for homeschooling. When you complete level 1 for All About Reading, that's when they recommend that you start All About Spelling. And I also found All About Spelling level 1 on Facebook Marketplace. So we've got the teacher's guide, the little DVD or CD that it comes with, as well as the box with all of the cards inside. I also got that for $50. So that was a really cool find. And to kind of go along with our English language arts, I did get Explode the Code. So if you are new here to the homeschool space, you might not be aware, but I mean, I feel like everyone does Explode the Code. It's just a really neat way to help with phonics and learning to read and all that as like a game style. So I got a pack of 1 through 4 off of Amazon. They do have half steps, like 2.5 and stuff like that. I didn't purchase those at this time, and I'm certainly not expecting my first grader to go through all of this in a year. This is just kind of a supplement if we don't want to do, you know, a whole reading lesson, or maybe we're only doing part of the reading lesson and we're going to do one of these. This is just kind of to help with that. And if you flies through them, great. If not, that's okay too. But I did go ahead and pick these up. Next up, we have science. So we are doing Seashore Science from Homeschool Glue. She's mostly on Instagram and she has her own blog as well. I'll link it down below, but she just came out with like a marine biology science unit. So we are going to be doing that. I have purchased it. I just don't have ink to print it out, but I do have that. And the spine for that, or one of the spines for that, is this Ocean Anatomy Activities for Kids book. The other spine I wasn't able to purchase yet. It wasn't available, but I will go ahead and do that once that is available. But I picked this up and I am obsessed with the DK Eyewitness books. So even though it wasn't a requirement, I did find a good deal on this on Thriftbooks, so I went ahead and picked it up. But DK Eyewitness books are just such great resources to have on the shelf. The pictures are just amazing, and they have really cool explanations for kids. But these, I feel like, can also grow with your child. So whenever I find a good deal on these, even if it's not available, I buy them to put them on the shelf, and I know we'll be able to use these for years and years. So I did go ahead and pick up this. Next up, we've got geography, US history stuff. So we are focusing on US history this year as it's an election year, and we are doing Adventures Through America from Little School Smiths. This is a bundle, the part 2 of her bundle. We already completed, or will have completed, part 1 by the time September rolls around. We are year-round homeschoolers, and we're just going to take once we do part 1, we're going to take a break for the summer and then pick up with this. So I've got that all printed off and ready to go. And then there's still one spine that I'm waiting for it to come, but it's not going to be here for another week. And I wanted to get this all set up and put away, so I'm filming it for you guys. So there is one more coming. Please note, you don't have to go ahead and purchase the spines at all, but because we are going to be reusing this curriculum a few times with my other kids as they get older, I did go ahead and purchase these. So we have You Wouldn't Want to Be at the Boston Tea Party, DK American Revolution, You Wouldn't Want to Be an American Pioneer, Daily Life in a Covered Wagon, The North American Indian by DK, and DK Civil War. So I did pick these up. There are other books that she recommends that you supplement with or kind of add in. She has a whole list for chapter books and other things like that. We'll just go ahead and pick those up at the library if we want to, but I wanted to at least have the spines on the shelf, so I wasn't searching for those. To go along with that, for geography, we're going to do the 50 states, Traveling the 50 States by the Waldock Way. And Little School Smiths also did the Waldock Way, Traveling the 50 States, and she recommended this United States coloring map, which I thought this was really fun. So as we learn about each state, we will color in the state and we will have it hanging up there on the wall. So I thought this was a really fun hands-on thing to just kind of add to that. And one of the spines, or the major spine for that curriculum, is the 50 States book. There is another spine that she recommends. It's a recipe book. I believe it's called Eating Through America or something to that effect. I did not purchase that. I didn't feel like it was completely necessary. I could always just look up recipes online for the different states if I want to, but we're not big recipe people like that when it's recommended for school. We just kind of eat whatever. It's just not our jam. So I did get this, and so that will go with our 50 states unit. So the last thing that's more curriculum that we added on is we are going to be learning sign language this year. So before I went to nursing school, I was actually in school for sign language interpretation. So I'm at a pretty high level for sign language knowledge. I can converse fairly well in that. So we're going to add that on to our schooling. So I just got this Sign Language, My First 100 Words book off of Amazon. And in this book, it just has different signs for like neighborhood, different things around the house, colors, animals, and then at the end of the chart it has an ABC chart with the signs for the letters. So we are not going to do a specific curriculum for this. My goal is to just do some basic stuff with the kids and maybe some videos and things. We might go to a couple deaf events during the year, but that is what we are going to do for our foreign language. Now, the rest of the stuff here is mostly for me or just replacing stuff we've already used. So I got a 2-pack of some watercolors because we use a lot of these up, and my daughter's is already gone. So we've got this, and then I really love these loop scissors because you don't have to have the hand coordination to be able to open and shut the scissors. They just spring right open. So I love these for toddlers. We had one, it got lost, and now my 2.5-year-old is doing some cutting and things, and so I needed to replace these. So we got those. And then for Little School of Smiths, she does journaling. She introduced that to me, and we've been doing that this year and loving it. And so we use these watercolor books for that. So for our journaling, we will learn a concept and we will draw a picture or copy and paste something, and then we will write underneath it. So to go with that, I've got this stencil. You probably can't notice it too well, but this just helps make lines so that when we're writing it's easier. I've just been making our own lines, but I figured I'd just go ahead and purchase this because we are really enjoying journaling, and toward the end of first grade he will be writing more of his own stuff. So I've got that. And from Little School of Smiths, she recommends these felt tip markers. I didn't purchase these before, but I noticed that there is a lot of smudging that happens on those books when you use like a regular marker or pen, unless you leave it open and let it totally dry before you touch it. So I just figured she recommends these. I will go ahead and purchase this to help with our journaling. And then I was completely influenced by, I believe her name is Mary Banfield here on YouTube. She's a homeschooling mama as well, and this is the binding machine that she uses. Now, most of our curriculum that we do is in PDF form, and we've just been putting them in 3-ring binders and stuff, and that's fine. However, it's really difficult to store. You can kind of see they're kind of falling over. It takes up a lot of space, and sometimes you miss pages or they get ripped easily and things, and then also storing them afterwards can be a little bit of a pain. So I went ahead and bought this binding system. We're gonna go ahead and start doing that with our curriculum instead of, paying Office Max to do that for us. So I've got these, and to go with that, we've got these different spines that was also recommended for her. These ones are cool because let's say you want to add another page or you don't want it bound anymore, these reopen and can be reused. So my plan kind of is that when it comes to teacher curriculum and stuff that we're going to be reusing, I will bind them with this, and then if I have to add something I can, but then that's all together. And then when it comes to storing for record keeping for my son, when I bind his workbooks, I can unbind those and put all the work in like a manila envelope, and then I can reuse that spine for something else. So I'm not constantly purchasing these. They can just be reused. And I thought that was a great idea. I will leave her channel linked down below if you want to check her out. She has a lot of great homeschooling content as well. And the last thing here is this planner. So this is the Homeschool Lesson Planner Minimalist Notebook. I feel like when you type in homeschooling or teachers lesson planner, whatever, this is the one that pops up. I have not used this one yet. I've tried a couple others and I have not cared for them, but these ones are undated. That's the main thing that I look for when it comes to a planner. And one of the reasons is that as a nurse, I work 2 days one week, 3 days the next week. So we don't consistently do school on the same days. And because we're year-round homeschoolers, we can afford to take, a 2-week break or something. And then I'm not just wasting space in my planner. I could just pick up on the next time when we do school. And so I went ahead and picked this one up, and I'll let you guys know how I like this planner. It looks a lot more promising than the other ones. I will probably go ahead and deconstruct this and spine it because I really like the planners that have that spine. They're just easier to work with, and this one didn't come with that, but we will give this one a try, and I will just spiral it myself, and that should work a lot better. So that's all I've got for today. It feels like a lot, but I'm glad that this is all done and I can organize it, put it away, and just know that we can just enjoy the summer now. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. What are you doing for first grade? Are you planning your year out now? Or are you just kind of a wait until the fall and enjoy summer type of person? Let me know. Please subscribe down below if you like videos like this, and I will catch you next time. Bye, guys.